Sorry, y'all. Um, anyway, so yeah, you're going to be increasing, and your communication is going to become much better. If that's been a concern for you, how you communicate your feelings to others, how do you set up boundaries? You're going to be figuring out ways to do that, especially in the summer months, spring, May, June, July. Um, y'all see me sitting here playing on my toes. Um, in July, what I will say is just be careful how you come off to people. You may, because you are learning things. I feel like you're going to be learning things at a very rapid rate, especially over the summertime. Just because, just be careful that you're not going to come off as a know-it-all. Okay. Um, in August with the Judgment card, I really think you're going to be taking a look back. This is almost like it's a little bit past the mid year, but you're looking at it like that. It's your mid year reassessment. You're looking, you're looking, and you're assessing you. You're assessing everybody else. I really feel like you're looking at you though. Really looking at you, replaying your life up until now, thus far. You're seeing how you've conquered your struggles, any trials and tribulations. You're understanding what you love about you, what you don't like about you, what you want to improve on, what you're trying, that's that assessment that you're doing. Because now, you're seeing a whole side of yourself that you've never seen before, because now you're, like I said, your communication skills have upgraded. So you're definitely feeling more confident within yourself. Okay. September comes in, a newfound love for yourself, a deeper level, a deeper self love. Love could come if you already, if you're single. This could be love coming in for you. Okay, I definitely feel like this is self love, but this is called, also can be an additional love, someone else for you. Okay, and with October, for those who are in relationships, yeah, there will be a deepening of a commitment. Okay. For those, what I say for the family, um, the family situation with the Hierophant card in October, I feel like, yeah, y'all will be trying, coming together. You may even have to have, now I will say, you may want someone else to intervene. Okay. It may get to that. Like, I feel like that's going to be a coming together. Like, you know what, let's get together. Because the five can represent to me, yeah, the Hierophant talks about a lot of things. Okay. But I'm very stuck on the number five here. And I feel like I said earlier, there's been some discord. And I associate the word discord with the number five, struggles. There have been struggles here. Okay. You starting off the beginning of the year with a whole bunch of struggles behind your back. Okay. So I, I just feel like for some, like I said, if this is a new love coming in, definitely there's going to be a commitment made. For family, yeah, there's going to be a commitment made, but I feel like for some family, you may be choosing like to get counseling. It could even go over in a marriage situation. For those who are single, I feel like you're just going to be learning deeper about yourself, about reading self-help books, exploring your spirituality. Okay. Um, November, you have the Page of Swords. I feel like you're still going to be doing a lot of researching in November, carried over from October. You're going to be learning some things. You're going to be so curious. It's like once you make the commitment and you start doing this thing and you start reading and definitely reading and conversing with other people, networking with other people, your curiosity here in November is sparked. Okay, it's like you can't get enough. You have to learn everything. Um, and it's like because you have, it's like, I'm trying to get my words together here, y'all. It's like your thoughts or your mentality needed to catch up with your heart, your brain power. Not to say that you guys are like not smart or anything. Everybody has a different type of intelligence. I feel like cancers are very emotionally intelligent. You guys you feel very deeply. Okay, you're just like your fellow water signs and your water sign Pisces and Scorpio. Your feelings are you feel very intensely and deeply. And it is felt at a level that are not, very rare that other people can truly understand where you're coming from. Okay. I get it. I have a Pisces moon. But the thing about it is the trade-off is a lot of times, even though you feel this deep, we often have times expressing that depth of love or love in general. Sometimes, okay? For some people, that could be an issue. Or what we say sometimes, it ends up being misconstrued or misinterpreted. So, or it seems over exaggerated, and thus it gets misinterpreted. But we just feel at such a deep level. But now, through the year, you're going to be definitely getting control over that, learning how to communicate more effectively your feelings, your thoughts, being actionary, not reactionary, taking action. You're going to be taking action in June and really working on this thing. You advance from a 6 to a knight. You doing some heavy duty stuff. Now understand, when you're going through all of these things, you got to understand the different cards that come in right after the 6. I'm not going to get into it, but look it up. There's a transition that's going to be made here. So expect for in June, things may be a little tough. It may just be a little tough mentally for you. Communication. I feel like there may be some communication error, miscommunication coming in. Definitely in July. And maybe because that miscommunication comes in, that does cause you to look more deeply at yourself in August. But, regardless, at the end of the year, you're finding temperance, because it's like now you can feel, well, you already felt, but you're able to express how you feel, and it's conveyed in a way that the other person understands what you're talking about, and it's well received. So you now feel like your emotions and your feelings are being acknowledged and recognized and valued, you know, not just pushed to the side. And, people thinking that you're overreacting. No, I'm not. So, and it all just ties back into, I feel like for some, you were able to do that in your childhood. You before, society got a hold of you, you were able to say, no, I don't like that. I used to work with preschool kids all the time, and we always would teach them to express themselves. Or something with another kid came up to them and hit them, you go tell them, no, I don't like that. And they would. I don't like it when you hit me. But as we get older, somehow that part of our communication, how we communicate, We stopped doing that. We stopped telling people how that, you're doing stuff that I don't like. We sacrifice ourselves. And in the end, we always end up getting beat up. And that's how you're starting out the beginning of this year, feeling very beat up, downtrodden, but you're still holding strong. You're still ready to try it again. And it's because of that tenacity and that determination is the reason why you're going to succeed. I feel like the universe is coming in to help you, definitely in March, to speed the process up. But I feel like, it wouldn't have come in had you not decided to give it a one more go this time. The family situation, I feel like it's going to get right. You have the 10 of cups beside it. You have the ace of cups. I mean, the 10 of cups on top of it. Just this triad right here. The wheel of fortune. I mean, triad. Quad right here. Wheel of fortune, 10 of cups, ace of cups, and the Hierophant. To me, that just talks about a stroke of luck, and it's dead center. Now that I look at it, it's dead center of what I'm talking about. There is a renewal coming, within a relationship. There's been a relationship that you've been trying to renew. Hold tight, babies. It's gonna happen. Okay. It's gonna require some advancement on your part, and it's gonna require advancement on the other party's part. But just know, if you both do the work this year, and I feel like you are willing, both of you guys are willing to do it because you have the Hierophant card here. So yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing that you're going through. A lot of people are going through this transformation. And I just find it beautiful because we all need to accelerate our soul growth. So let's look at the advice cards that I have. I have, yeah, the Two of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Definitely the Two of Cups is talking about two people coming together. Single people, you coming back into yourself. But then you have the Eight of Swords, and I feel like it's trying to tell you, don't fool yourself in thinking, like, don't get discouraged. Don't fool yourself. Don't keep yourself trapped in this way of thinking that this relationship can't get the reconciliation that you always hope for. This is like a dream card for me. You're remembering, like, wow, I remember we really used to get along. And then you finally end up, you temper the situation. You balance the emotions out. You get the illusions out. All the things that you wanted to ask them that you were a little, that was up in the air, a little cloudy, a little foggy. Y'all going to have a chance to do that. Y'all going to open and bear your emotions to each other. There's a strong need to do that. This is something that you've wanted. So, I feel like it's telling you as advice, keep the faith. Remember the love that you have for this person and the general connection, what connected you to that person in the first place. Let that be the driving force. And don't get yourself discouraged. Okay? Don't get yourself discouraged. Because the temperance is there. The balance is to be found by the end of the year. If you just hold tight and be willing to learn how to definitely communicate. And learn how to listen too. I'm being told, learn how to listen. Don't jump to conclusions. It's okay. Like, yeah, understand. And this is something that we all have to work on. But I feel like this is coming to y'all Cancers right now. For, you're talking to a person and they say something to you, and yeah, you heard what they said, but it's one of those type of statements. I feel like that this situation may have something to do with that, and it just dragged on. But regardless, it's like you say something to a person and they heard exactly, they heard the words that you said, but maybe you didn't express it. You didn't stress the certain words that needed to be stressed, and it gave off a different connotation or a different meaning than what you intended. They took it another way, and somehow something happened between then, and y'all just drifted apart over a misunderstanding. That's what I feel like. It's some type of, I don't know, miscommunication, misunderstanding, whatever this is. It's not. It hasn't. The relationship hasn't been right since. Really feel like it's family. Could be relationship, love relationship, but I definitely feel like family, especially a parent. Um, and I know this is sounding very specific for a yearly, but overall, family is the thing. Making getting balance back in the family, okay, or just getting balance back into your thoughts for my single people who, if you're not close to your family or you don't have kids, being able to come to terms with those tender moments, being able to get off of them, because I feel like for some people you might be even dwelling on them too much. It keeps you from moving forward. It's like it's one of those things of it's okay to remember, but you have to be in the present sometimes too. The future will be here before you know it, and you still worrying about the past, and the time is still going forward. Maybe that's what the march is talking about. Is there's a reminder there for you to realize that time is going forward. Time is moving regardless if you going to get stuck into it or not. You know, I can see it, and I told y'all again, this is going to be a lot of messages coming out for a lot of people. So it may not flow all the way through. Like I said, this could be for someone in January that they're just feeling tired. They're feeling tired. Hold on one second. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm doing a reading, okay? What are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna call you back. All right. Yeah, it could be you feeling downtrodden, feeling, this is one card away with the Nine of Wands from being the Ten of Wands, being overwhelmed, feeling overwhelmed. And it could be that you're overwhelmed with these memories from the past that you won't let go. It could be that too for some people. This is a general reading, y'all. It's reaching a lot of people. Sun, moon, and rising. And I told you from the beginning, it's going to be a lot of messages in here, and I see that. I apologize if you want something that kind of flows. If you want something that flows, you're going to have to hit me up, and we could talk about it. But this is a general, so I'm getting a lot of messages. But it could be the fact that you're holding on to a memory, not to necessarily say that you have to let it go, but this is the King of Swords he's very cerebral. So when I see the King of Swords or even the Queen of Swords, I do think brainy. And so it could be a thing of that the reconciliation in your mind with those memories comes with you recompartmentalizing the memories, placing them someplace else, moving them around to get them out of your immediate thought processes. Not to get rid of them, okay? I'm not telling you to get rid of them, to forget them. But did I say recompartmentalize? Compartmentalize these dreams, putting them somewhere. Cancer is a very feminine sign. And that's difficult for women. Get into their emotions, and we play things over and over again. I'm pretty sure men do it too, especially if they have some water in their chart. But it gets to be a problem when it makes you counterproductive. It keeps you from moving forward. And I feel like for some of you this year, you're going to be realizing how your your intense focus on the past is allowing your present and your future to just pass you by. So but regardless, you guys are going to have a wonderful year. It is. I say that to everybody. You're gonna have a wonderful year. But I feel like that for a lot of people. You're gonna have a wonderful year. And so you're gonna get that temperance, that balance back within yourself. That feeling when you could just say, you know what, I don't like that. Give me back my toy. It's not yours. We grow up, sometimes we start to be so polite and we want to just say no. I don't know why you talk to me all the time. I really don't like you. Not to say that we would want to do that. I mean, we would want to necessarily say it, but we do think about those type of things in our head. You know, people ask you, well, um, what's wrong? How you doing? Oh, I'm fine. You don't hear little kids tell you that. A little kid is sick. Oh, what's wrong with you? I don't feel good. They'll tell you. They don't try to hold it in. They'll just tell you, I don't feel good. I don't like that. I don't want that. I like that. You know, very direct, very sweet, very, with pure intent. And that's what it is for you guys this year, is getting back to that point where you can speak from your authentic self without the words of what everybody else is going to think about you, feel about you. You have to do that. And I feel like when you're able to do that, your relationships, whatever they are, will start to improve. I see so much blue here. So much blue. And that indicates communication. There's a need for 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 communication, effective communication, communication where one person listens and they retain it, and before they act on it, they think about what was said, and then they ask, okay, so this is what I'm hearing. This is what, I heard you say, instead of saying, you jumping off the gun because they said something to you. you know it's that type of deal. So beautiful reading, guys. There's definitely going to be, I'm all about reconciliations. I'm all about, there's a lot of love in this reading. There's love. 2 of cups, 10 of cups, 6 of cups, Ace of cups. There's cups in the star card. There's cups in the temperance card. There's cups. There's love to be flowed. It needs to flow. It's going to start back moving again though by the end of the year, but it's definitely there. Love needs to start flowing again. Okay, and I feel like the way that's going to do that is to no holds bars. Say how you really feel, but be willing to listen to the other person too. Don't get so intense to it that you just totally negate the other person. Understand their point too. So, and that's how you're going to get, if there's a situation where you're trying to get a reconciliation, that's how it's going to that's what's going to help it. Okay, guys. So thank you so much. You have a wonderful, wonderful, happy new year and a blessed 2016. Thank you, Kansas. Bye bye.